last year when I filed taxes for the first time as a 21-year-old. So this was new and exciting to me because I had always been a dependent of my parents, being in college, and the fact that they were helping me through school. But this year I branched out and I got federal loans in my own name, and I was just pretty much doing it for myself. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna file my own taxes this year. So I did, and again, being in school full time, I made like no money in 2009. I think all my W-2s literally totaled to about $8,000. So factor in the fact that for tax purposes, I was living below the poverty line. And, I had educational loans and all kinds of things you can think of. I ended up being able to write off a lot, and my tax refund was like $2,400. Boy, I thought I was rich. $2,400? $2,400? I never had $2,400 just cash well, I did once during my high school graduation party going into school where, family gives you gifts and stuff, but I mean, on my own, $2,400 never happened before. So I was like, whoa, what are we gonna do with this money? So firstly, I was waitressing at a restaurant that I hated. Many times the clientele would not tip. If y'all don't tip, that's wrong. You need to tip. But yeah, the clientele wouldn't tip half the time. It was loud. People were very rambunctious. It was fighting all the time. It was kind of a bar setting, so alcohol was always involved, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. But I had to pay rent. So now that I got my tax refund, and I'm sitting on over $2,000, I was like, you know what? I can quit my job. This can at least coast me through a few months because my rent was is only around $600. So I was like, yeah, this is good. I'm free. So knowing me, all gung-ho, quit my job, had my money, and I was like, yes, I can get myself together, focus on school, and use this to pay rent and other minor expenses, and then I'll worry about a job later on. Y'all, tell me why it wasn't more than a month had gone by, and I literally was down to my last $700, and that freaked me out because I still needed to pay rent. Where the heck did all the money go? I mean, I looked everywhere. I mean, under the bed, could it be there? Of course it's not there. It must mean I spent it somewhere. But where did I spend this stinking money? Oh yeah, my Coach bag. Well, it's just one or two. Okay, my other Coach bag. I mean, but I don't even have that many clothes in my closet. Well, yeah, I do remember those BCBG shoes I bought. Oh, they're so cute, but okay. Oh yeah, and that Arden B dress. That store is not cheap. Okay, but I mean everything else. Oh yeah, those Via Spiga pumps. Italian leather. This is not looking good. What on earth did I do? I mean, my wallet, receipt. That's it? What is this? Chipotle? Ugh, get that out of here. That's all the money I have. Change? You gotta be kidding me. So, imagine my disgust to know that I had over $2,000 and I let it just run through my hands like water. I could not believe my behavior. But you know what? If I'm honest, it was the wake-up call that I really needed to get a handle on my finances. I knew for sure now that I had no idea what I was doing with my money, but at least I set out to change that. So I did what any of us would do. I took it to the streets to find out if anyone else knew better than me.
Hello, my name is Tamara Tillman. I will be a junior nursing student. I'm 20 years old.
Oh, say your name and your age again.
Sasha, I'm 21.
Hello, my name is Brittany Jackson and I am 21 years old.
Hey, my name is Marseille and I'm 28.
I'm really not knowledgeable at all when it comes to finances.
Okay. Not that. I'm not good at all.
Okay.
Well, since I've been younger, my mom and dad have always tried to teach me about finances.
Very knowledgeable actually. I've been managing my own personal finances since I left home, which was 17.
Not really, but I'm a cheap spender, so I save that way, but I really don't like write a lot of stuff down and try to budget that way.
Do you think you do a good job managing your money currently?
No,
All right.
not at all.
Currently, I'm doing better at managing my money. It's kind of a difficult thing when you're in college and you have so many things that you want, and those tend to overbear the things that you need, and especially when turning 21, the transition from having essentially no responsibility to a whole bunch of responsibility and having to pay bills, car notes, and things of that nature, insurance, is very different. So you kind of have to force yourself to learn how to do it and do it efficiently so that you're not broke and in a whole bunch of debt when you graduate.
Yes and no. Yes, I manage well what I actually have. No, I'm not at the level where I've achieved the kind of finances that I wish to actually have, but I'm working on that.
I think being wealthy is when you can make money when you're sleeping. As when being rich, you get up, work.
Okay.
Being wealthy to me means having everything in order. It means that you're just not using your money as a free-for-all. You're doing it with a purpose and to either get more or maintain what you have.
Do you know the difference between being rich and being wealthy?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Care to elaborate?
Rich is when you have when you've amassed enough to buy houses and cars and the things that you think would make you look or appear wealthy. Wealth is money that you can pass down to generations. Like Rockefeller is wealthy, you know.
I think it would be difficult because everybody has to start somewhere. So I think it would be hard to work up to a point where you don't have to do anything really to make your money.
Not that hard. I guess it's all about managing your money.
Okay.
I don't think it's difficult to build wealth, but it is about using your resources.
Not hard. It happens to be difficult if you're a minority because there's so many things that are stacked against you. But if you are very diligent in how you save and how you can dispose of your money in different kind of venues, then it can happen. It's just a little bit more difficult for us.
I'm going to college.
Okay.
And I work at Smithsonian American History.
Currently, I am working at the mall. I'm working at Bath & Body Works. I'm also doing real estate. So this summer, I plan to obtain my license. I've already completed the course, so I want to obtain my license and move forward with that commercial and residential sales. In addition, I'm filling out job applications right now, as you can see, and I'm just hoping to make grounds on anything in the political or public affairs arena going into my last year of college. So I'm trying to do a whole bunch of preparation now so that when I have to pay my loans back in a year, I won't be, out of luck. So.
What are you currently doing right now to build wealth?
Nothing. I start Howard Med in a week.
Okay.
And so I'm living off loans.
Okay.
Before I started, I was working full time and I saved a great amount of money to be able to live off loans, but that'll be spent within a year.
Yes.
Do you have any examples?
Shopping too much.
Oh, okay.
That's always my problem. I always spend my money as soon as I get it.
It was my 21st birthday not too long ago in June, so I kind of splurged, and that's what detracted me from achieving some of my goals. But I'm not an avid spender, but I do tend to splurge every once in a while. So that's just one thing that I have to monitor and make sure I don't do in order to keep moving forward.
Living off loans. I'm gonna be in debt about $200,000 when I finish.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, is that undergrad and combined?
No, I went to Hampton undergrad and my loans from Hampton are $24,000, and then I went home and got a master's degree at Columbia, and that was $60,000.
Oh my God.
So I'm yeah.
Okay.
So that all detracts from wealth. But once I finish, the career I'll have should be able to help me pay off those loans and start to save and amass some wealth.
Okay. Needless to say, the answers I got on the street were very, very interesting. However, none of the young black women my age seemed to have any hard, fast rules for living a financially stable life. In fact, I went on the street to try to get answers to get out of my situation, and I found out that we were all more or less in the same situation together. We all had that sometimes problem with spending too much, and we all seem to be living in debt, some school debt and some credit card debt, just because at a time we decided to live well beyond our means. So the next step I took was to go down to my public library, because at this point I had no money to even buy some books, and I decided to try to research as many financial education books as I can. So for the next few weeks, I just absorbed myself in all of the best-known bestsellers about finance to see what I could come up with. The results I think you'll find very, very interesting. Stay tuned for my next video to find out my financial epiphany and some of the books that helped me come along my way. See you then.